Greetings YouTube, my name is Inquisitor Ozone Novelip, and welcome to my channel. Excuse me. Today is Friday, May 22nd, 2020, 2:03 a.m. I know this is kind of random and I guess a little spontaneous, whatever you want to call it. But I decided to make an update video just to let you guys know what I've been up to, what I've been doing in my future Let's Play plans. I know a lot of you guys probably don't care, and that's okay. But I still like to make these videos just to talk to myself, I guess, and to you guys, and just to let anyone know who's interested what I'm going to be doing as far as Let's Plays go. Let's see. Let's see. I actually forgot. I'm trying to think back to. I forgot what I was doing. I know a few months ago, or it was probably this month. I don't forgot. All I know is a few weeks ago, probably a month and a half ago, I decided, you know what? Let me just knock out all the Halo games real quick, because I'm getting to the point now where it's like my original strategy or goal, whatever, my Let's Play strategy, whatever, was to Let's Play a lot of my low budget and just, regular 360 games, and then move over to the big budget stuff like the Gears of War, the Call of Duties, the Halos, stuff like that. But then later on this year, I changed that. I changed game plans, or whatever you want to call it. Game plans, yes. I like that right there. But I decided, you know what? Let's just do this now. Let's work on a lot of these games now. Because a lot of these games, a lot of like Call of Duty games and the Battlefield games and the Medal of Honor games, they're not really that long. So I'm thinking like I could do this right here, because back when the 360 was still alive and games were still being made for it, I was beating games on a pretty regular basis. Like I had to actually slow down because I was beating games as soon as I got them, and I usually bought games like 4 and 5 at a time. And I would beat just regular games. Like I could beat Mass Effect, not even rushing, but just playing it, every day or whatever, in like a few days. I could do probably the trilogy, maybe the trilogy in just about like a little over a week or less. So I'm like, if I could do that to those games, like with the Call of Duties and everything else, those short campaigns, I could knock those out. So that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And a few weeks ago, maybe about a month and a half ago, I decided, let's just start on that. Let's just do some of that first. So I decided to start with the Halo games. And I was like, alright, I'm not doing part 1. Because I tried Let's Playing part 1 years ago. Well, no, I think it was last year. I did pretty good. But that very last mission got me really frustrated. That driving mission. And I was thinking, like, I should have just played it on easy. I should have just played it on easy, and maybe whatever. Maybe I could beat the game. But at that point, I was like, look, I'm not replaying this entire game. Even though I don't have to record it, I could have just replayed up to, the last spot where I recorded, and just continue from there and finish the game, But I was like, nah, it's okay. So I was like, let me just start with part 2. Because I never ever played part 2 before. I have part 2, but I never really had the desire or felt the need to play part 2. I liked the part one. Like when I first, when the Xbox original Xbox first came out, I had an opportunity of getting it. Not when it first came out, but like probably like 4 or 5 months, maybe a year after it came out. But even still, it was still $500. You know, stupid me. I, when I was younger, I got a credit card in the mail, and I was like, oh boy, free money. So I was fortunate enough to get an original Xbox. Like I said, not exactly when it first came out, but soon enough. I got one before they start doing price drops, which is probably under a year. And I liked Halo. I was like, man, this game is great. I love it. But at the time, I was just trading games in, and I was just, you know, buy games, trade them in. So I didn't keep my Xbox long enough. I actually broke it by accident because it overheated because I sat on the carpet. So I never really. I mean, and as the years went on, and I continued buying games and just doing the gamer thing, I heard about part two, but for some reason, I never really felt the need to really want to play it. I mean, I always thought in my head like, yeah, I'll play that game one day, but I never felt like I have to play it. Because when I first got that Xbox, Halo was the first game that I had, and it did amazing. I was like, wow, this game is great. This is great. But mind you, I'm coming from a Nintendo 64 straight to an Xbox, and this is the first person shooter that I played. Of course, I'm gonna blow my lid. Of course, my socks are gonna be blown off. I was like, wow, this is great. But as I kept on gaming and kept on experiencing other games and other shooters and stuff after that, then Halo, came out, and I was like, well, they can't possibly do much better than the stuff I've already been playing. So I never really felt the need to play it. But as I got older and now that I'm a Let's Player, I was like, yeah, if I'm going to Let's Play the Halo games, I may as well Let's Play all of them, minus part one. And so I really found it interesting, like to play those games. So I started with part two, and it was okay. I liked it better than part one, but that isn't saying much because I didn't really like part one. Like I said, I liked part one when I was younger, but as time went on and I played other stuff, and then also the hype. People were saying like, "Oh, well, Halo's one of the best games ever created. Halo puts so many games to shame and all this other stuff." And I'm like, just that and hearing year after year after year how great Halo is and all this other stuff, and I'm like, that's BS. I had Halo. It's not all that good. I mean, it's good, but I wouldn't say it's great. So, Halo 2 was good. I liked it better than part one, but still, I didn't like part one that much. But it was a good game. It was a good game. I liked it a little. I don't want to say I liked it more than I thought I would have liked it. It met my expectation. One thing I did like about it was that the levels were different. Like I didn't like part one levels, just all those open levels with just stuff flying. Like just it looked like an American Gladiator obstacle with just random stuff flying around you could take cover behind. It looked more like an arena than it did like an actual level. And even when you go inside, the indoor environments look pretty good, but they were still extremely basic. They looked nice, but they were just extremely basic stuff. Just a bunch of triangles and rectangular objects lying around everywhere. And I guess you could say that about all shooters, but whatever. So I did like the levels, and I liked the action in part two a lot more than I liked part one, or than in part one. And as I was let's playing the Halo games, I was like, I was trying to stay open minded. I was thinking to myself like, man, like I'm really hoping there's a Halo game that I like since I'm playing all these games. So I didn't like part two too much. Or well, no, I liked part two, and it frustrated me in some areas. but I completed it, so that's complete. Then I played Let's Play Part 3, which really surprised me. It surprised the crap out of me because my memory of Part 3, I bought Part 3 around the time when I first got a 360. It was like one of the, I guess, top 10 games that I had bought, or one of the first 10 games or whatever, I think. And I remember playing it, and I think I tried to turn the music down or something, and I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear any sound effects. I couldn't hear any gun effects. I couldn't hear music during the cutscenes. I couldn't hear any voice acting. I don't know what I did, but the only way for me to have fixed it would have been for me to just start a new game. And I was like, look, I'm not starting over. So for some reason, I had this whatever of the game, and I didn't like it. So I was really surprised when I went to Let's Play. When I went to Let's Play the game, because after that moment, back in 2000, whenever, I had never really touched Halo 3 after that. I never really wanted to. But then when I Let's Played it, it really surprised me. Like, the action is just good. I mean, I really liked Halo 3. I was like, I'm surprised. Like, I liked the game a lot. So, yeah, that's a nice surprise for 2020. I never thought I'd like a Halo game. I never thought there'd be a Halo game that I like. I mean, I'm pretty sure I knew there was a Halo game that I would have liked. It's just I wasn't in too much of a hurry to play all of them to find out which one that was. But I was like, there's got to be one Halo game that's okay. So I played that one. I completed it. It's recorded and put away. I'm going to upload it soon. And then I played, I think it was ODST or Reach. ODST was a good game as well. I think from 3 onward, I liked some Halo games. I liked them. Not too much, but I liked them. I liked the weapons. I liked how they kept changing the models of the weapons and altering them, and I like how as the game series moved on from game to game, the combat got a little more satisfying. And yeah, I liked ODST. It was way too dark in some areas, though. It was way too dark. I mean, too dark to where I couldn't even see whatever. But you have night vision or whatever, so I beat that game. Then I played Reach, and again, like Reach, the gunplay, the gameplay was just very, very satisfying, extremely satisfying. About the same as Part 3. It was about the same as Part 3. Because that's the weird thing. I played Part 3 and I really loved the guns and the gunplay or whatever. But then I played the other ones and I was like, wow, I thought the combat would have gotten better from Part 3 to this one, to ODST. But I don't know, maybe it did. It didn't feel like it to me. And it felt like to me like Reach's gameplay or gunplay, whatever you want to call it, felt about the same as Part 3's. And that's a good thing to me. I was expecting it to be a little better, but whatever. Then I got to Part 4. And let me tell you something. I knew within like 5 minutes of playing that game, after I started shooting stuff, I was like, this is the Halo game for me. This is the one for me. And I had a revelation. I was like, maybe it isn't Halo that I don't like. Maybe it isn't Halo that I dislike. Maybe it's just Bungie. Maybe it's just them. Because I wish there were more Halo games on the 360 that weren't made by Bungie. Because 343, whatever they did, that's in my opinion, that's the best Halo game on the 360. Halo 4. At least when it comes to just regular shooting, and especially the corridor shooting. I love the corridor shooting. But that game blew my socks off. I was like, wow, this is. I want to say I want to put it maybe in top 20 or top 30 of like you know of best sci-fi games. Not I wouldn't say the best. If anything, it's in my top 30 or top 25 or something like that. But it surprised me. It surprised me, and I started playing it, and I was enjoying it, and I was recording and stuff like that. And after a while, after like a few missions, my copy of the game wouldn't load the next mission. It would play the cutscene for like the current cutscene or whatever for that moment. But then when it comes time to load the level, it wouldn't actually load the level. So I took a break from Halo because I had to buy another copy. I took a break from Halo 4, and I was like, well, I got to do something. I still have other games I need to let's play. So I decided to come back, and I was like, well, since I'm doing the Call of Duty games soon, I may as well finish up the Call of Duty games on PS2. And I went to play Finest. Well, I went to continue Let's Playing Finest Hour, which I had Let's Played earlier this year, and that game gave me a really, really rough time. I mean, really rough time. I'm guessing I just suck at the game or something. And it was made by Spark Unlimited. And me and Spark Unlimited don't have the best relationship when it comes to first-person shooters or any shooters. It's like a lot of their games are either just right or they're just, too much of a whatever, pain in the neck, hassle, whatever you want to call it. So I went back to continue that Let's Play because I had saved it, and I made it pretty far. I made it to like I think the last or first to last mission, and I gave up. I mean, it was I don't know how to put it. I really don't know how to put it, but it was just something about that game that I just don't like. I don't like. It's mainly the combat, and I think my issue with that is probably my same issue with Bungie. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't Call of Duty. It's probably that particular developer, Spark Unlimited, because I played other Call of Duties. Well, the other Call of Duties don't really seem to be as annoying or whatever as Finest Hour. And I think that's because Finest Hour is made by Spark Unlimited, and the other ones were made by Activision, except for World at War, which is made by. They were made by. I forgot. Not Activision, but I forgot. It's on the tip of my tongue. But oh well. So I gave up. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna continue this right here because I was really trying out. I was using all the tricks that I knew as a first-person shooter gamer, and I'm like, look, I know I can beat it eventually, but it's gonna require more patience than I'm willing to invest, and more time, And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just have every Call of Duty game on my channel Let's Played except for this one. I'll even buy Call of Duty Classic one day. Well, the first Call of Duty on Xbox Live is called Call of Duty Classic, and it's the first one. I guess in all actuality, it doesn't really have a name. It's just Call of Duty, for the first one. But on 360, it's called Call of Duty Classic. On the Xbox Live shop. So I'll buy that one day. It's like $20 though, and I heard it's kind of short, so I had to buy that one day before they shut down Xbox Live for the 360. And so I gave up on that one, and I was like, let me just Let's Play World at War. and I let's play that game. That game was pretty good. Didn't give me a lot of trouble or hassle. Then I was like, well, first I wanted to let's play part 3, Call of Duty 3. After I gave up Finest Hour, and Finest Hour, like, it left such a bad taste in my mouth that I was like, you know what? I'm any more Call of Duty games, especially stuff, especially games I feel like I don't have to need to go. So Finest Hour made me kind of got me a little fed up, a little fed up with with Call of Duty. So I was like, screw it, let's play World at War, because I read somewhere that World at War on PS2, the story is a tad different. It's a little different than the story of World at War for 360. So I was like, alright, let's play this real quick, and then eventually let's play World at War 360. So I finished World at War, and then I got to Medal of Honor. Well, a few more things about Finest Hour. I decided to let's play called the Halo games, the Call of Duty games, and the Medal of Honor games with the music on. Because one of the things those games are known for, are their music, and I was like, whatever. Let me just keep the music on. And in Finest Hour, there's no option to really turn the music off anyway. But the music was good. Like, the music was good. I wouldn't say that it fit, because I don't believe in music in games. Period. I don't think that should be a thing. But since I have to deal with it, it was some pretty good music. I liked it because it was good. Not because of the setting or because of how I fit the setting. It was just good music. It's just some good stuff. And Finest Hour has some really, really good stuff. Really good music. Really good. Particularly like the first two, the first like levels, like the first 3 or 4 levels. It's really good stuff. I liked it a lot. And again, before I started collecting heavily, or just at all really, I always grouped the Medal of Honor games and Call of Duty games together. Like, I played maybe one Medal of Honor game and 1 or 2 Call of Duty games, and I was like, you know what? I just decided in my head that I played all the World War games, and that I beat them before or something. Because my memory of playing those games back then, like, I can take one memory I have one memory of playing. I don't know if it was Call of Duty or Medal of Honor. And when I think back to Call of Duty and Medal of Honor, I only have that one memory. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I didn't really play as many Call of Duty games as I thought. I guess I didn't beat all the Call of Duty games and Medal of Honor games. And as I started collecting games and looking for games, I was like, yeah, like, once I saw how many Call of Duty games there were on PS2, which is 4, I was like, well, I don't recognize this cover, I don't recognize that cover, and I saw gameplay on YouTube, and I was like, well, I don't recognize that scene or that scene or that scene. I guess I didn't play. I guess I didn't beat all the World War or war games for the PS2. But anyway, I beat World at War, and I wanted to play them right after, or right before, or after the Medal of Honor games, because I wanted to, directly compare them. And let me tell you something. I played Medal of Honor, the first one, Frontline. Blew my socks off. Again, I mean, Medal of Honor is probably Frontline is probably one of the best shooters I ever played. In terms of war shooters, it's in my top 5. I may even put it at number 2. the one that would be number one would be World War II Combat Elite Road to Berlin. No, World War II Road to Berlin on the original Xbox. That's a game where you don't get any health packs at all. You can't replenish your health. You have to carefully manage your health throughout the entire level. And it's a very sort of a twitch shooter, reflex, whatever you want to call it. One of the most frustrating games I ever played, but probably one of the most best games. I think those type of games are good for me as someone who loves shooters, because it's just a different experience. It teaches me how to do things I wouldn't have to do in other shooters. And Medal of Honor Frontline, whew, it isn't quite like that. But like, compared to like Call of Duty Finest Hour, in my opinion, it's night and day. Like, Frontline is leaps and bounds better. For one, the combat is a little more slower, it's a little more realistic. You got to put a little more, I guess, thought into the combat. Like, you can't be too willy nilly. And Medal of Honor kind of reminded me of the game I just mentioned, World War II Road to Berlin, and the fact that there's a lean feature, and even though you can replenish your health, you still can't go in guns blazing willy nilly, because you die pretty quickly. And I read online, like what people said about like how like you shoot some enemies, they get back up, you think they're dead, they're not dead. I noticed that a few times, but my thing was like, okay, that's kind of valid, but it isn't valid, because the gameplay, at least in my experience, you don't want to be rushing through that game anyway. Like, if I shoot somebody and they fall down, I'm going to notice when they get back up, because you can't just kill one or two enemies and just rush forward. Kill one enemy, rush forward. No, because you can die very quickly in the game. So if I shoot somebody and they get back up, or if I shoot somebody and they fall down, I gotta shoot everyone else too. I gotta shoot whoever's in the room, whoever's in the gunfight. I have to shoot them as well, and I have to take my time. While I'm taking my time, I'm going to notice the person that I shot get back up. So that was never really an issue for me, because you shoot one guy, shoot another one, up he's back up, shoot him again. I never had a problem with that, because I never really wanted to rush through the gunfights anyway. I always wanted to just take my time. And then doing that, people that I shot that got back up, I noticed it, and I had to shoot them again. And once I realized that enemies would get back up, I would make sure to shoot him twice. I shoot him, he falls down, shoot him a few more times, and then move on. Then on top of that, by the gameplay being slower, the gunfights, whatever. If you take the time to notice where you're shooting the person, then that helps too. Like, when I shot someone in the head, I knew, because the aiming is kind of awkward at first. I still like it. It's kind of awkward because it isn't exactly first person. Like, rather than the sights or the crosshairs being directly in front of you, they're kind of to the side or whatever. And I would notice when I shoot somebody in the head or in the shoulder. And I noticed whoever I shot in the shoulder, or whoever I shot, if I didn't shoot them directly in the head, I would notice where I shot them. And I would notice they get back up. And I'm like, that's probably why they're getting back up. And I would notice people that I shot in the head, a lot of guys I shot in the head, they didn't really get up anyway. They didn't get back up. Especially like when there's a section where you have to kill snipers or kill people on perched ledges. Those guys, I mean, yeah, like, there shouldn't even really be a complaint about those guys getting back up. You should know, like, okay, there's a sniper right there. Let me just shoot him until he doesn't get back up, or until his body disappears. But I didn't have that issue too much. I didn't mind that they got back up. Because for one, I love the fact, that the game had a lean feature. That right there, in my opinion, makes it better than Finest Hour. And I love that game. It was also an extremely frustrating game. And the weird thing is, the more it frustrated me, the more I wanted to continue Let's Playing. There's very few games where I'm Let's Playing and I'm frustrated, and I still want to keep on playing. I'm like, no, I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to get past this. Like the more frustrated I got, the more motivated I got, and that probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever. But like I really loved that game. That game is good. As far as shooters is concerned, it's probably my top 10, if I have a top 10. As far as war themed shooters, it's in my top 5, probably in my top 2. Whatever. It's probably the second best war shooter I ever played. I'm not saying it is the best, but I am limited to consoles, so maybe there's something a billion times better on PC or whatever. I loved it, and a thing that surprised me was that I actually loved the final mission. I thought I was going to loathe the final mission. I actually loved the final mission, and that's saying something. So that was that. Then I played Rising Sun, which, in my opinion, wasn't as good as Frontline, but I still liked that. I was hoping to like it more than I did, but I didn't. But as I played it, it sort of grew on me, and I just liked it no matter what. Like it was good. I definitely didn't like it as much as Frontline, but I had a different sort of like for that game. I like that game for a bunch of other reasons. That game right there, I actually liked the final mission of that game too. Once the game didn't frustrate me anymore, or once after the first my first few tries of the final level, which frustrated the crap out of me, then I started to love the final level. See, that's another thing right there. Like with Medal of Honor, with those games, as I was playing it, I was like, okay, here's what I can do differently. Like as I'm playing a level and it's frustrating me, I'm like, well, if I do this differently, then I can do it. I can just memorize or whatever. And eventually it worked. And I guess Medal of Honor has one of those old school like kind of feels, because like a lot of N64 games were like that as well. Like this game I used to play called Duke Nukem Forever on N64. Each level was at least an hour. No saves, no nothing. But you can heal yourself. You can find health packs. You get portable health packs. You could break open, toilets or whatever and drink the water. And that game, yeah, it was frustrating, but eventually you memorized the game because it was linear. You memorized the game where everything was, and each time you die, you just take note. Then you can beat the game. You can beat the level. Just play it enough times, and you got it. And that was something at least with Finest Hour, I couldn't lock in on that game. Like I don't know. Like it's just I don't know. I didn't get that feel from Call of Duty, because at least Finest Hour, because stuff seems so random, and I was like, no matter what I do, like I don't want to like even with that final level that I was stuck on. I was like, how am I gonna like? I couldn't think or whatever around the situation and think what I could do differently, what I could do instead of doing whatever. I couldn't do that. I was trying to, but I didn't get the feeling that If I play it a different way, I'll be able to beat it. If I play it this way, I can beat it. If I do it that way, I ca- I can do it. I never got that feeling for Call of Duty. With each Medal of Honor game, most of them that I played on PS2, I got that feeling. I was thinking, okay, well, here's what I did wrong. Here's what I could alter, so I could change or whatever, and just bam. Never really got that feeling from Call of Duty. Maybe I got it from another Call of Duty because before I started this Call of Duty marathon that I'm playing, or that I just completed, I had played Big Red 1. I had Let's Played it years ago, about 2 years ago. I don't remember how much trouble that game gave me, but I beat it. So the trouble must have been very minimal. And World at War didn't give me any trouble at all, or not too much trouble. So anyway, then I moved on to play European Assault, which frustrated the crap out of me. Certain areas, because that's a game that I tried to let's play, that I attempted to let's play a few years ago. Didn't have a lot of success with it. I was like, yeah, okay, but I came back to let's play it, because I was let's playing the Medal of Honor games, and it still frustrated me. But as I played it, the more and more I played it, I was like, okay, well, I could do this. So I just played it and played it. Levels at one level at a time, like you do with all games, and I eventually beat it, and that was an accomplishment for me. Even though that final mission was just like, who thinks of that kind of stuff? Like that final mission was just crazy. But again, the gameplay is beautiful, spot on. Like the guns, the gunplay, like the gameplay was just great. It was just great, and every time I died, I was like, okay, well, I can do this different. I can do that differently. I can do this. I can do that, and I was able to work it out, even though it frustrated the crap out of me. Then Vanguard, Medal of Honor Vanguard. I forgot everything about that game, or most of it, and I just beat the game like a few days ago. But that game right there was pretty manageable the entire game. It's just the final mission was a uber pain in the neck. But I beat it. I was able to beat it. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, that final mission was crazy, really crazy, because the final mission was like the longest mission in the game, and it had this area we had to like you had to like avoid these snipers. Like 1 to 2 hits would kill you. You had to avoid them, but you still had to kill them. A whole bunch of other stuff. But overall, I say so far, I like Medal of Honor on PS2 better than Call of Duty. I mean, I like Medal of Honor Frontline probably more than I could ever possibly like any 2 or 3 Call of Duty games on PS2, because like that game is just that good. I was really surprised. Now back to Halo 4. So I ordered Halo 4. I ordered another copy of Halo 4. While waiting for it to come in the mail, that's when I decided, let me just finish up these Call of Duty games and these Medal of Honor games. I was actually able to complete Medal of Honor Frontline or Call of Duty World at War and all the Medal of Honor games before I even got the game in the mail. Mainly because when the game when I finally received my copy of the game in the mail, or when I was supposed to receive it, the mailman had put it in the wrong mailbox because I live in an apartment, so we shared this huge mailbox. He put it in the wrong mailbox, so I had to wait like 3 or 4 days for somebody to knock on my door saying, "Hey, this is your mail. I got this mail, when I wasn't supposed to get it." So while waiting for that game, I completed like 4 or 5 Let's Plays, and when it was supposed to show up, but I couldn't get it because it was at a different house. I waited like 3 more days, and then that time I completed some more Let's Plays. So I was making progress, steady progress. But anyway, I guess all that like gaming of just like regular games, it kind of it sort of it did something to me because, like I said, I've cleared all the Call of Duty games and the Medal of Honor games on PS2. I didn't do Call of Duty 3 on PS2 because I read somewhere that there's no difference from Call of Duty 3 on PS2 and 360. So there's no difference between the two versions, except the 360 version obviously looks better. So I was like, yeah, screw it. So I decided to skip part 3. I'll just let's play it on 360. So I decided to let's play or continue let's playing Halo 4 yesterday around like 10 p.m. or something like that. And even though I like it and I feel like it's the best Halo game on 360, I just wasn't in the mood for it. I think going from like that sci-fi type of shooter, to like I don't know. I just kind of like I lost the urge and the patience to play that game, to continue playing it, and I just got upset, and I just not upset. I was just like, you know what, screw this game, just screw it for now. So I deleted all my videos of Halo 4. Maybe it was stupid, maybe it wasn't. Who knows? But because Halo 4 is the Halo games are a certain type of games, I guess, and I just wasn't in the mood to play it. I wasn't in the mood to let's play it, so I gave up on that. So now I decided to shift my focus a little bit because the goal was to let's play all of the Call of Duty games and the Medal of Honor games from PS2, which I've done, as well as all the Halo games, which I did, minus Halo 4. Then after that, I was going to do Black and Killzone, just as like a little like celebration, or just as a little whatever for clearing so many Let's Plays. Because I thought this would take a lot longer to do the Call of Duties and the Medal of Honors, but it only took like 2 weeks or so, probably under 2 weeks. So yeah, I was going to do Black, and then Killzone for the PS2. And I was thinking, since I'm doing Killzone, I may as well do the PS3 games as well. And that's where my announcement comes in. I am happy to announce that I will be let's playing a select few shooters on the PS3. I will be attempting to let's play all of the Resistance games, all of the Uncharted games, and all of the Resistance, Uncharted, Killzone, and I will also let's play Haze as well. And yeah, that's going to be a big thing for me because I've never let's played a PS3 game on my channel before. And after these shooters right here that I'm doing, hopefully I can do all of them. I can complete all of them. After I complete those, I won't be let's playing any more PS3 games. I might though. I might, because there's a few light gun games that I want to try on let's play, and there's a few, excuse me, on rails shooters that I want to let's play. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But the amount of games I want to let's play on PS3, it's maybe 13, if not, if that, or it's under 10, something like that. It's definitely under 20. So that's my goal, you know, to first I'm gonna do Black for the PS2. Then I will do Killzone for the PS2. After that, I'll do Haze real quick for the PS3, and then I'll do Killzone 2 and 3 on PS3. And then I'll work my way down. After Killzone, I'll do the Resistance games, and then the Uncharted games. I may do Uncharted first and then Resistance. And then after that, I'm going to come back to the 360, because I'm not quite done with World War or War games just yet, I guess, because I still have to let's play Medal of Honor, Airborne, and then, you know, the modern Medal of Honor games. I'll let's play those, and then I have to go back over to Call of Duty, and then let's play Call of Duty 2, 3, and World at War. After that's done, I think after that, then I'm going to just go on a tear, because after that it's just the regular Call of Duty games, and I'm pretty sure I can beat those games. Like I could probably beat those games in whenever, but I don't foresee myself having a lot of trouble with those games or the Battlefield games. So I'm hoping I can knock out a Call of Duty, like at least a game a day, or at least a game every 2 days or something like that. Because I think I'll fly right through those. So yeah, once I do that, I guess after that I'll do the Battlefield games, and then I'll do Titanfall, because it's just one of those. Yeah, and then from there, I'm gonna try and do the Sniper Elite games and the Sniper Ghost Warrior games. I've already let's played the Sniper Elite for the PS2. I may do that one again, I'm not quite sure. And later on, sometime I guess in September or whenever, I'll do some horror, survival horror games, or whatever you want to call them. And sometime this summer, I'm gonna try and knock off a few games on my on my 6th gen sci-fi list, and then one day I have to do the Tomb Raider games. I want to do all the games on PS2 and all the games on 360. But first, I'm going to see if there's any difference, because I want to see if there's any difference in the games or not, because I have Tomb Raider Anniversary on PS2 and 360. If there isn't much difference between the two versions, I'll just do the 360 version. So yeah, then after that, if I can ever clear my booklet of games that I have all the big budget games in, or whatever, then it's back to just regular shooters, regular low budget, whatever budget shooters. Eventually, I'll do the Transformer games and the BioShock games and whatever else. But yeah, I have a lot of work to do. A lot of shooters. They need to be less played. But anyway, I guess that's about it. I just wanted to share what I've been up to, what I'm currently doing now, and what my future plans are for Let's Playing. And it's like 3 a.m. now, I may start on black after this video, or I may wait till later on in the day. So who knows? But until next time, you guys. This is Inquisitor Eyes on Novel Lip signing out, saying take care, be safe, try to avoid this whole coronavirus crap that's going around, so stay healthy, and I will see you guys in Game Land, I guess. Game Land. But yeah, I'll see you guys for my next Let's Play. I will be uploading my Halo Let's Plays later on today. That's Halo 2, 3, ODST, and Reach. And if I can complete Black, which I should be able to do, I'll upload that as well. Because I normally wait for my uploads. You know, like with the Medal of Honor and the Call of Duty games, I'm waiting until I complete all of those. But with Black, that's just one game. It's not part of a series or nothing. So I'll release that as soon as possible, because I have other stuff, you know, stored away, other Let's Plays. So yeah, I will be uploading my Halo Let's Plays later on today, and that's about it. So I'll see you guys for my next Let's Play, which should be Black for the PS2. So take care, you guys.